I like the on-point symbol. The graphic that you've got there reminds me a little bit of a diagram of the Melbourne train system.
Yeah.
It does, yeah.
There's a marketing idea. We can do like a, the British Underground train stops.
Yeah, mind the gap.
Yeah. So let's go. Welcome to everyone to the new series of the coffee sessions with Data and Microsoft. So just to kick off this year, welcome back to everyone that we've had on previous calls, and welcome to all the new participants on the call. People are slowly jumping in, so you may have missed the disclaimer that this session will be recorded. So if you don't consent to that, please jump off the call and we'll make recordings available at a later date, hopefully this afternoon. What we're going to do today is do a quick recap on how we got to where we are, what's coming up, what's changed, and a general introduction to the new on-point sessions. So where we all started seems like it was once upon a time ago, 2 years ago. We kicked off a series of webinars with yours truly that were purely focused on security. From there, we had Zach join us, and we renamed to the Modern Workplace Coffee Sessions. So broadened it a little bit and focused on business premium as well as security. From there, we developed a bit of a cult of personality, and the coffee sessions became known as the Zach and Paul Show. And really what we want to do with the new sessions, which are on point, so brand new logo, is to continue that sort of theme. So what does that really sort of mean? The next 30 minutes, we're just going to do an introduction to what on point is going to be now and going forward, look at what's changed, because it has been 2 years since we sort of started, and we're really conscious of not going over the same old territory. We don't want to be the rock and roll star that plays the one-hit wonder. We want to keep on developing, responding to what you as partners want, and delivering that. So we're going to have a look at what the new team looks like, and there's some exciting changes going on there. What we've got penciled in or penned in for the upcoming sessions, and there's some really exciting sessions coming up. What our primary focus is going to be for 2022, and as always, we're going to do prize draw, and then at the end we'll open up for Q&A. So if you've got any questions, feel free to chuck them in the chat window now, or wait until the end. We've also got the various methods of communicating with us. So the same but different. What the strength, I think, of these webinars has been is that it's concise. It's 30 minutes. It's not a great deal of your time, and we all know that we are just busier than ever. So we cut through the fluff and get to what's important. Deliver demos so you can see stuff in real time. Talk to interesting people about what's happening within Microsoft, within Data, and also the wider community. And you can see on the topics there that we've now included business strategy. So that is something that partners have been saying to us a lot, is that, hey, look, we really like the idea of moving to being a managed solution provider, building a practice around security or around Surface. And speaking of Surface, the hosts. We're going to have a lot more of our team presenting on this. I'm still going to do the MC and the background production, so production values are going to be as low as ever. We are also going to bring in some guests, so I'm going to make an effort on those production values. We've got some fairly esteemed guests coming in, the Office of the Privacy Commissioner in New Zealand. So that will give you guys an idea of what's happening in the wider environment and what we need to be having conversations with our customers about. CERT and Z, so they're going to talk about ransomware kill chains and some bits and pieces there. Neural impact, which I'll leave to Zach to cover off. Someone fairly high up from Microsoft in Australia. And as always, swag giveaways. So getting to the point, if you're anything like me, this is the bombardment that you get from Microsoft on what is a daily basis. There are so many different methods or avenues, vectors of communication that they use. Teams, obviously, there's the Learn, the Yammer, even just Partner Center, the notifications that are going out to our customers. How do we stay on top of all that? And that's really what we want to do with the On Point series is, get to the point, cut through all this fluff, analyze what is really important and what we need to know about, what is upcoming that you need to be aware of, what changes are happening, and moving forward from there. So it has been a year of change, and that's no surprise. The COVID stuff has been one. With Dicadata, we've also acquired Exceed, so we're well down the track as far as integration on that goes. Surface has come on board with Dicadata. For you guys, Microsoft have had the new commerce experience, new pricing. Staff-wise, we've had a few changes. So Josh Tahira, who headed up the Microsoft business unit at Dicadata, has moved on to a bookseller. So congratulations on that, Josh. All the best with your role there. Hopefully not too much success because you are a direct competitor. Amelia, a woman in ICT winner previously, has gone up the food chain and is now at Microsoft Direct. So she still works with us quite closely and helps us out with all our Dynamics inquiries. So I shall throw across to Zach, who can make some announcements around how the team has changed. And also, Zach, another huge change. Congratulations on becoming a dad.
Thank you very much, Paul. Thank you. Yeah, lots of challenges. Might as well just pile stress on top of each other, as the old saying goes. So yeah, there has been some changes. So with Josh leaving, we have shuffled the way that the team operates around a little bit. So previously, Josh was our business unit manager, and we had a relatively flat structure underneath that. Now we've kind of evolved what that looks like so that we can be a bit more focused in terms of how we engage and deliver stuff to our partners. So first of all, on the operations side, it'll probably be no surprise to anyone that knows Helen. Helen's moved up from our senior product manager into our operations manager role. And she'll be leading the rest of the operations guys. So that's product managers and some of the support specialists and stuff like that. And there are a couple more roles to be filled in there. So watch this space. With regards to Azure, Simon Tabram, he came over as part of the Exceed acquisition, and he had run the Azure business for Exceed. So he was the natural choice to go into the Azure and hybrid cloud business manager role. So he'll have Andrew and Troy, our Azure BDMs, reporting into him. And then when it comes to the sales side of things, I've gone from my modern workplace role into the sales manager role. And then we've got our stellar cast of BDMs and PDMs to continue to support and help you guys grow your business. I thought it'd just be worthwhile just touching on the difference between PDMs and BDMs. So really, our PDMs is Josh Villaflor. He's Wellington based. We've got Janine Britton, she's Auckland based, and then we've got Carol, Carol Pomari, so she's our inbound partner development manager. Thanks, Carol. The partner development managers, they are really here as your primary point of contact into the sales team at Dicker Data. And what they will do is they will then wheel out the necessary specialists as and when required. So obviously, we've got Paul from a security perspective. We've got Troy and Andrew in the Azure world. I'll still help out with some of the modern workplace bits and bobs. And of course, we've got Rhonda leading the charge on all things Surface. So please, feel free to engage with your PDMs, and they will wheel out the necessary BDMs as and when required. So just in case you're unsure of what we look like, since it's been, God knows how long since we actually managed to catch up face to face. Hopefully that will be changing in the very, very near future. This is what the sales team looks like. So yeah, we will be starting to get out and about, and I know we are planning a partner event over the next couple of months as well, just so we can all get re-engaged, and yeah, really looking forward to catching up with you all. Back to you, Paul.
Thanks, Zach. So what we want to do with these sessions is mix it up a little bit. So roughly we're going to sort of rotate on security, a product focus, and what I mean there is, delving deeper into something like Power Apps, or a session on Surface. And when we do the outline of the upcoming sessions, you'll sort of see what I mean there. And then guest speakers. And then the important stuff around our focus is growing that business. So how do I move into the modern world of Microsoft solutions and build my business around that? What are some ideas? How is Dicker going to help me out on it? And that's what we want to accomplish with that, is grow your business type sessions. So what does that look like? And subject to change, because we're still confirming a lot of our guests. And we being a little bit vague on some of those, particularly that 6th of July one. But I can tell you it will be really exciting to have these people on the call. And that's as much as I can say. I'm going to kick off next week and look at Defender for Business, because that's huge questions coming in around that. How do I know I've got it? What's the difference between that and Defender for Endpoint? Then we'll have somebody fairly high up from Microsoft, probably around the security area, talking about the local environment, Australia and New Zealand, what we're seeing as a result of what's happening in Ukraine, or what has been happening in Ukraine for the last 10 years, and how that's affecting us, and some ideas on how you can take those learnings to market and have discussions with your customers around what's actually going on in the security world there. And then we're going to do a introduction to Surface. So all the way through this deck, there is going to be clickable links for resources. It may take you a bit of time to fill out those forms. So my recommendation is click on them, bookmark them, come back to them, or save them. We'll throw those up in the chat post meeting as well, just in case you sort of like missed clicking on it and you go, oh, well, that's something that I'm really interested in. I want to take that a little bit further. So each session will be a quick intro to what's coming up, breakthrough on the news, digest and filter what Microsoft are feeding us. A little bit on Surface, what's new in the Surface world, that Rhonda is going to be doing some stuff. And also the prize draw. Then we will open up for the 5-minute question and answer. We're here to answer any questions. We may not have the answer, but we will do our best to get an answer for you. So I shall now flick across to the lovely Rhonda to do a quick intro on Surface.
All right, thanks, Paul. All right, hi everyone. We've actually got some really exciting Surface news. Last month, we actually launched our very own Spotlight on Surface website. So the link's actually attached, which is what Paul was touching on. So yeah, come and take a look with me. Cool. So this is the Spotlight on Surface website. So we've designed this website especially for our partners as a resource tool to where you can find a variety of everything to do with Surface, which is fantastic. So this hopefully will become your one-stop shop. Okay, so it's also a place to see the team. I'm obviously your go-to for everything Surface, but as Zach mentioned, you also have Leah in the South Island and Josh in the North. Now, if you're on a reseller with us, or you have any questions, yeah, we're here to help. So please get in touch with us and have a chat. So don't forget, I'm also on LinkedIn. So as we all are. So if you want any latest service news, just connect with me on LinkedIn. Right, to make sure they're getting the most of this website, we've given you information on the entire service family, including data sheets and pitch decks. Great for sales teams. Just click and download to either attach or quote or take with you to your meetings.
It's a brilliant place to go to grab a pitch deck. You know, if you're in with a customer and you want to have we're looking for new laptops. Hey, have you considered Surface? Grab the pitch deck and you'll have all the competitive information there at your fingertips.
Absolutely. Yep.
So it's a good idea to actually bookmark this and put it in your favorites. I guess.
Thanks, Paul. But it is absolutely. Click on to your favorites. So it becomes your go-to and it literally tells you everything you need to know about Surface. And obviously, if you go into the partner resources tabs, we've put promotions. And these are what we're currently running throughout the month and possibly for the quarter. So we have several happening right now. You may know about them. So we've got the privacy screen with the Pro 7 Plus. We've got the movie tickets with the Pro 8s. We've also got a starter promotion. You can win you just need to register for that or register your interest for that. And you're going to win the Surface headphones. So yeah, take the time, have a look, and yeah, just let me know if you need anything. Now, there is one more thing I want to touch on, and it finishes at the end of the month. To launch our service website, we actually had $5,000 up to give away. So pop online, click on the Tell Me More, and you could be in to win. Cool. All right, cool. So
I was just going to say, if our partners are not registered to sell Surface yet, how do they go about that?
Okay, so basically in this website, there's a little contact in there if you want to. You can click on that and come through to us, or just get in touch with us directly and just let me know how we can help. Cool. So there is a blog tab on this. Now, there is actually a CSP newsletter that we do every month, and I write a blog on Surface for that. So we've actually popped them on the website. So take the time, have a look. It talks about hot topics for the month. It could be about new launches that are happening. It could be about product comparisons. It's anything that I've actually learned from the partners that I want to know about. I actually like to write about them, and so that it's relevant for everybody. Cool. All right. So we've designed this website for you. It's still a work in progress. And so if there's things that you want to be shown or to have access to, let us know, because like I said, it's a work in progress and we want it to be for you guys to help you guys with Surface. Cool. All right. So if you'd like to obviously be with Surface, be a reseller with us, just let us know, reach out. We're happy to help and we're here. Cool. Thanks, Paul.
Thanks, Rhonda. Yeah, so that's definitely a great one-place shop to grab everything Surface. So, you know, if you haven't considered selling Surface yet, go for it. We'll come to that in a second, Mike. There's links through here. The link for the newsletter, I saw Zach chuck that into the chat window. I've actually got it coming up on one of the slides towards the end there if you want to subscribe to the Microsoft newsletter. So the big focus for 2022, as we previously discussed, is going to be around business development. And what I mean is, you know, helping you guys develop your business, starting to think or continuing to think strategically about what the next 12 months hold for you, the next 5 years, where you want to be, and how you move to the reoccurring revenue model, where your sweet spot is, how do you define customers, and all that. So that really speaks to what a value-added distributor is. And I think the differentiator for Data is that, we do have Surface, we have the devices, we have the licenses, we also have the expertise, the sales team to support you. We have marketing and product specialists that help not only sell product and implement product, but build your business. That's what we're primarily focused on, is the better that you guys do in the marketplace, the better we do. And that's been recognized globally. Last year, we were the global runner-up for channel development in the world. We're not content with that. We want to be the best in the world come next year. So that is why we're around this development that we're going to be doing. We run regular training programs. We did SC 900 last year. I think we're the only disty that has a Microsoft certified trainer on board. Our certifications with Microsoft are huge. I haven't actually got a number on it, but it's in excess of 20 certifications, and those are across fundamentals right up to expert level. We're also looking at ways that you can do business with us easier. How do I bundle things like devices and licenses? How can I, fully subscribe to this subscription type model and recurring revenue? Why can't I do my hardware with that sort of model as well? And those are things that we are developing and bringing online this year. Around the awards, we also have awards outside the Microsoft area, so reseller news, innovation awards, women in ICT, and Helen is up for that again this year. And with the Microsoft cap on, we are also included in the diversity and inclusion awards, the DI award or something, for Data. So I will now throw to Zach, who can rave about this.
Thanks, Paul. So yeah, just kind of building upon that value add. So one piece of our value add offering that we're going to bring to you as partners this year is something that both Paul and I are really, really excited about. We've spent a lot of time over the past couple of series of webinars talking about the upsell to Microsoft 365 Business Premium, right? And how this can make you more profitable, both in terms of extra margin as well as accessing additional incentives. But then also we've also touched on how the tools that are contained within the BP license are actually prime candidates to build a managed service around. Now, we do know that this is easier said than done. So we figured, why not try and find some help? So as a result, we are going to be partnering with Neural Impact to bring 4 strategic development sessions to our partners. These sessions will be focused on developing a managed service practice around the Microsoft stack, with a particular focus on how you can differentiate your business in the marketplace. So basically, there'll be 4 sessions, and they'll be about an hour long. They'll be fortnightly over a period of about 8 weeks. Attendance is going to be limited. So in a few slides, there's actually a link and a QR code to take you to a form for an expression of interest. We do expect this to be quite a lot of people and partners to be interested in it. So yeah, please make sure if you are interested in it, click on the link, scan the QR code, whatever, and register your interest for it.
Sorry, Zach, which slide have you got up? I'm still seeing the value add slide.
Got the Neural Impact one here. What can you see, Rhonda?
I've got value add as well, actually.
Okay, hold on.
There we go.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, in terms of the target audience for this, we will be looking for an executive sponsor because we are making an investment in it. And then we're really looking for kind of partners to put forward the people that would be building the managed service. So whether it's technical manager, business leader, sales managers, these are the sorts of people that we're looking to get involved that can kind of design their managed service based on the information that they would gather as part of this program. Okay, so a bit of an intro into Neural Impact. So Neural Impact have been helping tech firms around the world transform to an as-a-service business model for the past decade. They are thought leaders in neural marketing, behavioral science, and emotional engagement. Combined, they've got over 25 years worth of sales and marketing expertise, so they very much know their business. And then what they do is they basically apply the latest and greatest research and brain science to the customer acquisition process. Right, very cool stuff. They've worked with some massive companies, including Microsoft, over the past 10 years, and they will actually be joining us to talk about ways to disrupt the traditional on-premise thinking and the approach and the processes that would have traditionally been applied, and talk to us more about the modern cloud customer acquisition strategies. So the challenges that Neural Impact are going to seek to address throughout this program, they should probably resonate with most of you as partners. Microsoft have regularly stated that they are looking for partners to be focusing on building their own service offerings around the Microsoft tech stack, and that's exactly what this program is going to focus on. So again, we do know addressing some of these big strategic changes within your business isn't necessarily straightforward, and particularly when you have a customer base to manage, new technologies to get your head around, never mind running the actual operational side of the business and keeping your staff happy. So this program will be specifically targeted to you guys as Microsoft partners. So I do expect a lot of value to be delivered to the partners that are able to participate in this program. Okay. So for those that do participate, these are some of the outcomes that you can expect. We'll be looking at best practices to achieve success, as well as any changes that may need to be addressed within your business to help to drive that success. We'll also look at how your business could possibly differentiate themselves in the market and how you can achieve some quick wins so you're getting some of that instant ROI. And most importantly, and this is kind of the end outcome that all of this is focused on, we will look at ways that can help you scale your business by attracting more customers, which is something all partners typically want. So as I said, we're going to be doing 4 60-minute remote sessions fortnightly over 8 weeks. We are looking for probably between 15 to 20 partners to get involved in this program, and we're looking at a maximum of 50 participants. So if you are one of the partners that are keen to get involved in this, there is no problem having 2 or 3 participants from your business on this so that you can kind of collaborate and help to build these managed service offerings going forward. It doesn't all have to necessarily rely on one person. So yeah, on this next slide here, please click on the expression of interest. That will take you through to a form. Give us some detail, talk to your colleagues about it, work out who the most relevant people from your business would be to attend and participate so that you can start to drive some of this change, and we can all, as Paul said earlier in the call, we can all grow our kind of collective Microsoft businesses together. We are looking at starting probably in July. We are actually going to have Sharka from Neural Impact on the webinar on the 15th of June. So she will do a more in-depth overview as to what the program will actually deliver then as well. And I have also included a second link there that will take you through to the Neural Impact website. They've got a 2-minute video on there that kind of tells people what they're all about. So I would strongly recommend going and checking that out as well. It is cool stuff, and I don't think it's necessarily really happened here in the New Zealand market. So let's call it an exclusive, eh? Exclusive. Come and get it.
It's made our Australian colleagues at Dick are over there very jealous that we've got these guys on board this year, and Microsoft are absolutely rapt that we're involving Neural Impact. From my background at uni on psychology, this is really cool stuff. It's about how our customers have changed, and we've all noticed that. And Neural Impact gives you the latest resources around that, and defining and how you can take advantage of that. We're all used to Facebook and Google ad targeting and being positioned in front of the customer at the right time, knowing what they're actually looking for and what matters to them on deciding who they're going to partner with, and building our IP as at a partner level and having a complete offering that goes to market. So I'll grab control back, Zach. So pretty much bang on time. That makes a change. So that expression of interest form link is still there. If you want to click on it and bookmark it, take some time filling that out, because being an exclusive offering, it is Dicker is putting in a fair amount of money for this, and we anticipate the demand for this is going to be pretty high. So make your case best you can. Consider it a partner awards nomination on why we should partner with you and make this neural impact stuff available to you. There are offerings at the end of that, so if you want to continue that engagement with neural impact as well. Also looking forward to sort of like spin-off series from this, around certifications. A lot of questions about, are we going to be doing the SE 900 training again? Yep, sure. But let's not just limit ourselves to security fundamentals. What else do you guys want to be certified on? So I've got a link there. Click on that. Tell me what you want to do as far as certifications, and we'll put together the online training for that and do it again like we did last year, rather than sending staff off for four days at a training provider. We'll do daily sessions, maybe twice a week for an hour, cover the material off. Let me know whether it's important that you have an exam voucher or you just want the training provided. Now for the prize draw. So Zach, have you done the
random number generator has been hard at work.
Okay, well, I suppose we better look at the prizes first. So we rated the marketing cupboard, and we have scraped together some prizes. We have a lot of coffee mugs. Those are aprons. The picture's not very good, and some coffee machines. But today we're just going to be giving away 2 coffee mugs and 2 aprons to 2 different people.
That's right. So congratulations to Christian Froelich and Mark George. You guys are the lucky winners today. If you could both please just drop your email address into the chat, I will reach out after this call to get addresses, and we will get them winging their way down to you shortly.
Cool. So we did mention earlier on the call about the Microsoft newsletter. If you currently don't get that, you need to request it. It's the privacy and the email spam type stuff. So there is a link to a form there to subscribe to the newsletter. And then you can read Rhonda's lovely blogs firsthand as soon as they're fresh to press.
Off the press, yeah.
Yeah. So that brings us to the conclusion for today. If you have any questions, I will stop recording now. Feel free to ask those either in the chat or put your hand up, and we'll take you